Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Now's your chance to let me know which games we've missed before we close out the summer of 1982, and one way you can do that is whenever you finish the video. In the description down below, you can see I know that guy. You can see in the description, if you click the More button, you go past all the writing and descriptions, go past all the links. When it goes after Chronologically Gaming and shows the Twitch and stream information, there's a link for all the games we played. If you click on this link, it sends you to a spreadsheet of all the games, and you can even say, well, did he play Pitfall? Well, you just do a search if you're on a home computer for Pitfall, and when Pitfall shows up, it gives you the stats or information about Pitfall, but over here is a link. If you click this link, then you'll go right to the video we did on Pitfall. There it is.
My goodness.
So if you want to see any other games that we haven't seen on the channel, you can go here to check them out, or let me know if there's anything that we've missed before we end the summer of 1982. So with that, let's press forward and see what's next. After going on the Atari VCS and playing Threshold, let's see what our next game is. We're going to the brand new Commodore 64, and this is Tic-Tac-Show. Tic-Tac-Show, another tic-tac-toe game. Let's take a look at the artwork. This is reconstructed boxes. Yeah, this is not even a real box because we couldn't find one. Let's pop in and play Tic-Tac-Show by Computer Advanced Ideas at sometime in August 1982. Yeah, that's also we can get the release dates too. And we can start arguing about when the game actually came out because I argue with myself all the time. I have no idea what Tic-Tac-Toe show. Okay, so what we want to do, play Tic-Tac-Show, build or change subject area, or quit. Let's do play. I'm ready to play the game. It's Carol. Oh, it's Game Show. Oh, it's Hollywood Squares. Tic-Tac-Show is Hollywood Squares. What do you know? So this is the very first time we've seen any video game do Hollywood Squares. Right here. Do we want sound effects? Yes. We want the SID chip to do its thing. My name is Chrono. And you want to play with someone else? Yes. Who else is here? Last person in chat was Errol. We're playing Tic-Tac-Show. Hollywood Squares has been around since 1966. And this is the very first video game form that possibly you could play. Do you want instructions? I guess, but we kind of know how to play Hollywood Squares. Hi, my name is Carol. I'm the game moderator. Oh, okay. So we don't get the official moderator. We played a lot of tic-tac-toe games already. This is not actual tic-tac-toe, like just bare bones. At least it's doing it in game show form. To see instructions, push return. It's played like the game of tic-tac-toe. Well, I guess they're trying to explain how to play Hollywood Squares. If you answer correctly in the box, you win. Otherwise, the opponent wins. Nice, we get to play a game show game. I think this is only the second or third game show game we played on the channel. All right, so you flip the disc over. What subject matter do we want? Let's see what the catalog has. I haven't heard any sound effects so far on the Commodore 64. All right, what do we got? Computers. Oh, nice. French vocabulary, Mother Goose, body systems, royalty, discoveries. What? Well, obviously we're playing a lot of computer games. We got to go with computers. Let's see if they can stump us. To continue, press return, and to select, press F1. All right, I want computers. Try to stump us. Oh no, it's loading. Okay, it didn't take too long. I'm expecting games to take a long time for it. Let's start the game. Choose the box number you want, Chrono. Oh, she's pointing over there. Okay, let's do box number 5. Got to start in the center. We don't get any Hollywood celebrities here on the game. Try to answer this one. Data that goes from the computer to a peripheral device, such as printer, screen, or disk drive, is called output. Oh, okay, they're not doing true Hollywood Squares. So you just answer the question. It's not whether you there's nobody in the square. It's you just answer the question. So you don't have to determine if someone's lying or telling the truth. Now it's Errol's turn. Pick a box. Let's go for number 7. So we're still on the same category, which is computers. Very amazing because this is rare to see a video game do this. Like I said, we've only seen about 2 or 3 of all the games so far since 1971 that were game show games. And this one has a really good presentation, like it's a game show. 1 byte of Apple II contains 7 bits. Nope, sorry, Errol. Next time, try 8. Didn't get that one wrong. Not to throw you under the bus, Ariel. I wanted to see what happened. Yeah, so it gives me the X, moves on. Yeah, so the trivia game is a cool idea. A fun party game. Oh, like if you had 2 people for it. So of all the game show games we played thus far, that is the best one of everything. All the game show games, Tic-Tac-Show is incredible. Of all the games you could play on a home computer, though, your mileage varies. What do you think? I would say 3 stars, around the average range. For the best game show game ever we've seen, it's still about average, because there's a lot of other games on a home computer that would be a better game than this one. All right, let's see what our next game is. We also have Tic-Tac-Show on the Apple II. So if you didn't have a Commodore 64 or the brand new computer, you'd be playing on this one. This one we have even less information, just a few screenshots. You can see it's discs on one disc on 2 sides. This is by Computer Advanced Ideas at sometime in August 1982. Should be still the best game show video game we've ever seen on the channel. And it's more of a straight, just bare bones trivia game with a tic-tac-toe flavor. There it is, Advanced Ideas. Very nice. What do you want to do? Play tic-tac-toe. It even lets you change subject areas, so that's pretty cool. It's going to have to do the loading. Oh, there we go. We got the Apple II colors. Carol's still with us. Do you want sound effects? Yes, we'd like to hear something. My name is Chrono. Will you play with someone else? Yes, yes, we will. Who's the other person? Last person before that was B40. Who's the other person? Chrono and B40. Would you like instructions? No. Insert the proper diskette. Oh, too cool. So we got to do our virtual flip it over to the next disc and then continue. And then play Tic-Tac-Toe. You know, I'm not even going to go into it. We already did it on Commodore 64, so it's the same idea, same game, same looks pretty much the same as Commodore 64. I'll still say 3 stars of all the games you could be playing on a home computer. Cool for a game show style game. Let's see what our next game is. Going back to the brand new Commodore 64, this is Trail West. Now, Trail West has been around on the Commodore PET since 1980, the VIC-20 since 1981, and I think this is the 3rd version that you could play of Trail West. It's another game that we don't have any information for. We have some made-up boxes that aren't the real box, but that's it, just a screenshot. Let's pop in and play some Trail West by Micro Ed at sometime in August 1982. Trail West. Bear in mind, Oregon Trail does not exist. And this is called Trail. The only game we played is Oregon. That was part of the Elementary Volume 6, I believe, by MECC, which is like Proto-Oregon Trail. Well, I guess Proto-Oregon Trail is with the teletype. Oh, nice. We get music. They're using, I wouldn't say the Commodore 64 to its strengths. We get something. Nice touch. Add that to the public domain music we've heard here on Chronologically Gaming. Gold Rush. You have 2,000 miles to go. Press spacebar to go. This game is like a survival game. Before Oregon Trail, and it's called Trail. Isn't that bizarre? But it has been around on the Commodore PET since 1980, so it's not the newest concept. Do you want to transfer any reserve units to other categories? So it shows you all the stats. It's almost like we're playing a management simulation game. It's the same idea. They just ask you the question. We're going to say no. Don't want to transfer anything. Let's keep going. Yeah, it was way before Oregon Trail was on the... Let's type out everything for the game. That's right. They haven't learned how to use the SID chip, so we're going to be hearing just some bleeps and bloops. Will you hunt? Yes. What's hunting like in Trail West? Okay, shoot with numbers 1 through 21. What does that mean? Do 10? Oh, interesting. I don't know if you saw the bullet. It went by really fast. All right, what about 15? Wait, no. 12? Oh, almost 20? Too low. 19? Oh, so close. We're just wasting bullets now. 5? Got it. The bullseye. It was just random. 1 through 21. You're in 5 units of food. Use 6 units of ammunition. Space bar to keep going. It's the Old West, and we're playing a survival game in August of brand new. By the way, this one's the brand new version of it. In 1982, time to travel. You'll be the Y on the screen. You must travel to the, whatever that is, character, north, southeast, etc. Oh, so we use cardinal directions. Press spacebar to continue. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so we want to go to that direction, so let's go west. How far? Go west 5. No way. We're controlling it like Dungeon Quest, where we decide where we want to go and then how many steps we want to take. All right, let's keep going. Going out west. Keep going. Let's go 9. I feel like there has to be something random that happens. This is the most hardcore survival video game you could be playing right now. 9 more steps. Keep going. We got to make our way all the way there. 1974, that's right. And that was the one that was on teletype. The paper would come up to give you the stuff. All right, let's go ahead and head northwest. And go 1. Okay, and then go west 2. Oh, wait, no, just west. And then 2. That doesn't... Used 5 units of food. So I don't understand what was the point of it, because I know how to work my way across the... It wasn't much of a puzzle. It's kind of simple. Yeah, the shooting gimmick, we actually saw something close to that with Oregon on Elementary Volume 6. You travel 260 miles. You have 1,740 miles left to go. Wow, how painful. This is very reminiscent of another game we played. We played a sprinkling of survival games that are out there. One of them was Desert on MS-DOS, and this is kind of similar to that. This one has a little bit more interaction to it. Press the number of your choice. Friendly Indians give you clothes. You find supplies in an old sack. U.S. Cavalry gives you ammunition. Or potluck. Very good or slightly bad. How about we say we find supplies? Give us some supplies. Yeah, very reminiscent of other style survival games at the time, where it's menu driven, which is a good choice. You get 3 units of supplies. Nice. Spacebar to continue. Keep going. I feel like I should be playing this at an elementary school, though. I don't think this would have been commercial software you would have played at home. Well, maybe you did. They had educational games at home. I like the minigame gimmick, though. Adding that to this, it helps out a lot. There's our situation. We got 1,740 miles to go. Do you want to transfer any reserve units to anything else? And I'll say no for right now. But interesting they give you that choice. And then you can continue on and carry on. That's right. If we were in the back of a wagon, we'd have to lug our Commodore 64 up there. Will we hunt? Yes, let's hunt again. All right, we can go if he's... I don't know what that is. What animal... Is this supposed to be a longhorn? Let's go ahead and do 8. No. Oh, wait. 9. Yes. Got it. Too cool. Well, there you go. A quick taste of Trail West on the Commodore 64. Of all the games you could be playing on a home computer, I got to tell you, Commodore 64 really isn't coming off to the races very strongly. It almost feels like it's just another Commodore Max machine. So it's not a good showing right now. I wouldn't call it the best computer model sold of all time, at least at this point in August 1982. But for Trail West, this one is a maybe 2.5 star, around the subpar range, considering everything else you could play on a home computer. Yeah, you probably played a variant close to this, because with this kind of example of picking from menus to make decisions and determine if you made good decisions or not, maybe it was Bison. I don't know what it was, but it was only using 3 or 4 characters on the screen. But I'll give it a subpar affair. I won't say bad, because it's doing the job of this genre fairly well. So I'll say 2.5 stars of all the games you could play on a home computer, especially if you were forced to play this at school. All right, after Trail West, let's see the next game. It's now time to go to the Commodore VIC-20. Here's Trap Man. And we have no box or information for it. Let's just play. This is by Nanook Industries at sometime in August 1982. Trap Man. Will he save the day? Oh no, they're doing the random bleeps and bloops. Hey, if the computer has sound, you might as well use it the best way that you can. This is what people think of when they say, that computer's making too much racket. This is the sound that's playing in their head. Oh yeah, when they drop the price, that's when the Commodore 64 really takes off. But on the other end of the spectrum, we're on Commodore VIC-20, so it's still selling very well. All right, we're in. It uses the joystick. I am the purple dot at the top of the screen. It's like a boring Pac-Man. I'm supposed to stay away from the asterisk, I guess, but I'm collecting all of the dots. Man, the control is so slow and a little unresponsive. So I'm moving around, and it feels like I'm slogging. It's not a smooth control, even worse than some of the other tile-based games we played. Trapman feels like it should have been part of a compilation that I've never heard of. Most of the time we figure out what the compilation is and let you know that it's part of a piece of it, but I can't confirm that. Now, Nook does things that are standalone. All right, so it's coming at us. I don't know what's going to happen. And then Trapman got you. Oh, that is the Trapman. Oh, yikes. Okay, yeah, we're done. We had enough of Trapman. I'm going to say of all the games you could play on a home computer, it's a 1-star. In between, is it broken? Is it bad? It's way down there. It does play, but we played worse Pac-Man games than this. At least you could move fairly well instead of being totally stuck to the spot. But Trapman is one you want to pass by. Now, let's see what our next game is. All right, thank God. We're going to the arcade and playing a brand new game. This is Triple Punch. I am not familiar with Triple Punch. Let's see what the artwork is. What in the world? Hey, it looks like the Domino guy, but we haven't seen the Domino Man yet in the arcades. But it does look like we got Gorillas. They're really popular right now thanks to Donkey Kong. And Ghost thanks to Pac-Man. So Triple Punch, they're putting the 3... Oh, wait, no. Is it Mario? Is it Bald Mario? It's got to be. And then we also have the other advertisement flyer you would have seen. KK International did this one. Change your old games into sizzling new arrival with Triple Punch. Oh, yeah. They're trying to use, I guess, what is the most popular characters in the arcade and just throw them all together. Yeah, first glance, it's Amadar. We flip it over the back, and in Triple Punch, you're the carpenter, and your task is to complete the squares until you filled the screen. Wait, carpenter? You mean like the brave carpenter in Donkey Kong? Sounds easy? Well, not when you hear there's what's trying to stop you. A gorilla, a ghost, a racer, a burst of fire all wander the past. The racer erases uncompleted squares, but the gorilla would love to hamper you. But you're not defenseless. Without 3 swift punches, you can knock them out. Except for fire, which can't be stopped. You can't stop fire. Each level introduces a larger area to fill, so keep moving. Points are scored by completing squares and knocking out enemies. Yeah, so it's like Amadar, but with some more action. It's punching action. Fast and furious game. Many exciting, just one of the many exciting games you can get with the video system of the future. This is it. We're going to play the arcade game of the future. There it is, the arcade cabinet for Triple Punch. I've never seen this one. It's an Amadar variant that might be out there. This is so bizarre. They're throwing in everything. Please put quarters in this game. So we're going to have I believe, 4-way joystick because we're only going on a grid, and 1 button for punch. That's our controls. There's the arcade marquee for Triple Punch. Well, our Amadars are all right. We'll see what happens. Looks like we got 2 different versions. Time to go to the arcade and play Triple Punch by KK International, published by Nicole Manufacturing at sometime in August 1982. So Amadar we've seen from 1981, and since then we've played about 4 games that are Amadar-like games. Unless you want to count the handheld Gakken version of Amadar. But we played a game called Jeepers Creepers on the Atari home computer in May of 1982, and then Pepper 2 in the arcade in May of 1982. We also played Radar Zone in June of 1982, and on the PC 6001 in Japan is Amadar. It is very terrible and hard to look at. But other than that, Macho Mouse was another kind of Amadar-style game that we played in July of 1982 as well. And here it is. This is the latest Amadar-like game. I didn't know Amadar was that popular to be copied. It is Mario. Look at that bald Mario. That's Mario if he didn't age. You know, like if the Mario we have is the one that doesn't age, but that was Mario if he actually did age and he was, 45. That's what he'd look like. All right, let's put a coin in. And go. Got a nice little ditty down at the bottom. Oh man, yeah, I really look like I'm a carpenter. So gotta clean these up. Where's my punch? Nice. Do I have a punch meter? Oh, fire can't take it out. I can knock out I can literally punch Donkey Kong in the face. And can I do this infinitely, or can I just keep punching? I think I can. Yeah, so it's the fire you gotta watch out for. The other ones you have to punch. I don't know if you remember on Amadar, you had a power-up that allowed you to jump or destroy or pause everything momentarily on the screen. But this is the next level Amadar. Look, we're scrolling. It doesn't stay on one screen. And we got a brush that's erasing what we have to do. That is not helpful. Oh, and the fire just appears out of nowhere and kills us? Okay. Yeah, so if you're a big fan of Amador, and apparently there's more people that were bigger fans than we were on the show, I considered it another variation of Pac-Man. When we first played it, oh, that's right, fire, bad. Think like Frankenstein. But if you loved Amador, you'd dig this one. It's a larger Amador world than ever before. Since I got infinite punches, I just need to remember to stay away from fire and then just sock everybody else in the face. Oh, wow. He follows pretty quick. One of the big staples of the arcade now is getting games that'll be playing music the entire time. Not just sound effects, because Pac-Man was sound effects when you played. Notice we got a background song that's going, so it's hitting the right mark there. It looks like the paintbrush doesn't remove... We did it! We cleared the whole board! I didn't think we could, it was a large screen. And we get a nice cutscene. He's Mario, he's Violent Mario. We're playing as Violent Mario. You have any problems? Mario jumps over or on top of to avoid enemies. This carpenter just punches him in the face. We're not messing around. So if you don't complete the square, I don't know if you can tell by the brush that erases them. If the square is not complete, it'll erase your progress, which is very counterintuitive. So you want to continue to make squares best you can. Like there. See that one? He's erasing our work already. So after we played Amador, I already said it was pretty around the average range of the arcade games we've seen thus far. We go to home computers and we play Jeepers Creepers, and the Atari 800 had a better Amador, or more fun Amador. It even had a few power-ups in it that made the game even more enjoyable. And this one, I would say, is better than Amador. I know the idea came from Amador, but they're improving it better than this. But I still would say Jeepers Creepers on the Atari 800 is better than this, still, even though it didn't have scrolling. The gameplay was solid. What is Donkey Kong doing over there? He's just frozen. Let's clear that one away. I don't know. I'll walk by him. Okay, yeah. He's stuck there. I don't know what he's doing. He's holding his hand up. If I could have one gripe for this one, it would be the infinite amount of times you can punch does make it slightly unfair. It's only like the fire is the only one you really got to watch out for. And they are still following on a grid. We got another one down. So that means you can kind of figure out their patterns because they're not switching or changing. Oh, we got faster gorillas now. So yeah, they're increasing up the difficulty. Screens changed by color, really nice. Yeah, it's alright. Amador isn't an amazing one. That's true. It looks like Donkey Kong got the hammer. I love it. I also just enjoy the balls of a company wanting to take things from all other video games and just throw them in one game. Quick, we need Mario, and we need a gorilla, and throw a ghost in there. What do we need? Pac-Man's got dots. Throw dots in there too. We need that. Just fill it all up. So there you go, a quick taste of Triple Punch in the arcade. So it is a better game, I'd say, than Amador, just by a nod. But the real thing of Amador is it's a style of game similar to Kicks, like you're supposed to capture certain grids and stay alive, or areas and stay alive. So I'd still say of all the arcade games you could play, it's slightly above average, or still around the average range. 3.5 stars for Triple Punch. Amador, I believe we gave 3 or 3.5. Yeah, same there. Ariel's with me on that as well. And there's other ones out there that would be a little bit better or a little more fun to play than this, but if this is your jam, if Amadar is the way to go, then you would love this. So check out Triple Punch. All right, after Triple Punch, what's next? Here we go. We're going on the handheld. This is TRON. Finally, we can play TRON in the palm of our hand. At this point in August 1982, we checked out TRON in the arcade in March, and then TRON Deadly Discs on the Mattel Intellivision. And this is the very first time you could play TRON Portable by Tomy. Tomytronic. It's the next best thing to being inside the amazing world of the movie TRON. 3 electronic games in one. Wait, 3 games in one, just like in the arcade? That's awesome. So there's the example of the standalone. If you're in the United Kingdom, it was brought to you by Grandstand. And then this is the example of what it would be like in Japan. The same system, though. Really no difference between just different publishers. Yeah. I love the name, Manly. We should have called it that, too. Yes, if you're not into handhelds and you wouldn't be into this, we do rate these ones totally different than everything else. Everything has its own category. Handhelds are totally separate. There is the example of the system. And for TRON, we also have the manual. I don't know how many people that looked at their manual for their handheld, but here you go by Tomy. How many batteries do we need in this sucker? Whoa, way too many. Is that 4C batteries? Wow. Yes, 4C batteries. That's insane. So we have to destroy the enemy, Sark, and the Master Control Program, making the enemy life cycle crash and destroying Sark's rings, finally penetrating the MCP barrier and destroying the Master Control Program. So the controls are pretty simple. It's interesting what they have there. It's not an actual cross-directional pad because that's patented by Nintendo right now, but they're doing something pretty close. You know, the up, down, left, and right. And then we have a speed and shoot button. How you play, turn it on. First screen will show the 4 TRON figures and 4 Sark figures on the right. And then there's nice touch. They're showing screenshots in the manual, which, you know, are manufactured ones. The first level of the light cycle game begins with 2 light cycles on the screen. The blue one's TRON, the red and green is the enemies. Press the control button for the speed, and then hold down speed and shoot. You can accelerate the cycle. Nice. When it disappears, you should slow your light cycle because it may appear from any side. And then after you beat all 3 levels, both light cycles move faster and skill level increases. On the next screen, number of TRONs remain, number of Sarks on the next level, and then we throw discs, so it has another mode in the game. That's so cool. Second level is the ring game, and Sark's moving up and down and tosses discs. You have to rebound and move the disc toward TRON. Wow, this is awesome. So the second part's the ring game, and the third one is the Master Control Program. TRONs on the left side, below them are bars that act as timers, and they equal the number of TRONs remaining rings at the ring game. So if you did well on the ring game, you'd have extra bars. We're supposed to throw the disc at the barrier, and it'll begin to move up and down. Pick the correct timing and speed, or the shoot button, to penetrate the barrier and destroy the Master Control Program. Wow, so this is a handheld that is a vacuum fluorescent display, and it's allowing you to play 3 different games on the screen at once. That's high-level handheld. Of all the games we've seen on handheld, what you see in your hand was pretty much it. It didn't have different screens, aside from Donkey Kong or the other handhelds by Nintendo, because the Game & Watch has just had the brand new, we only played 2 of them, of the screens up and down, the 2 and 1. Yes, right? You don't get flashlights in your home if you're using all the batteries for TRON. So it shows you how to take care of the game. Nice. Nice touch. Here we go. Let's put in the palm of our hand some TRON by Tomy at sometime in August 1982. The first handheld of TRON. There we go. Flip it on. Oh yeah, if you hate annoying sounds, then you probably shouldn't have played any games in 1982. Boots us up. Okay, tells us where our lives are. Sark's on the right side. Here we go. All right, so I'm at the top on the blue car. If we move up, oh yeah. So you are playing a life cycle game, but this is the other part that's interesting. This is the very first handheld where the game is taking place off screen. When we drive, we're driving with more than just on one screen, if that makes any sense. I mean, look at this. I'm holding down to try to speed up to knock him out. But it's on a really large screen. I think he got us. We crashed. So a lot of first for this handheld, and TRON's already huge right now. It is one of the very first video game style movies that's doing a video game franchise and being released everywhere. In 1982, you most likely had heard of Tron because of all the different things it's being put out for. Yeah, this is crazy that I'm able to go. I'm playing a light cycle game, which light cycle game isn't new, but the concept of being able to go further than just on one screen with vacuum fluorescent display is awesome. Too cool. Yeah, very first time we've seen scrolling, and also the very first handheld that's switching up the screens. This is a new evolution of video game, for handhelds at least. All right, let's see if we can bait this guy. Where'd he go? Come here, buddy. Yeah, look at that. He goes off screen. That's amazing. I don't know how you can trap him in because it looks like the game isn't saving where we left off. Because if you play this in the arcade or on a larger screen, you continue to draw to fill in the level, but it looks like we're not filling in the level. Yeah, the computer is brutally hard. I don't know if I'm able to take him out. Oh, we got him. He took a wrong turn, so that's all we need. We just needed to make mistakes. So we have to take 3 light cycles out before we can see the next mode. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. I really want to see it do another game mode, though, than just light cycle. Oh, is that a tie? Oh, it counts as getting us. Darn. All right, so it's only 2 times we've died and then 1 time Sark's died. Yeah, so it's not looking good. Oh, yeah, good point. I didn't notice the MCP on the right. That's a nice touch, too. All right. I don't know how I can fool him or have him make a mistake. Yeah, it looks like it's not happening. The computer is too smart. And we don't have the luxury of our light cycle trails filling the screen. They just erase. So you have to make a decision or have them wait to make a mistake. This is brutally hard. But still an incredible feat for a handheld. And this emulation can't do it true justice. If you play this in the palm of your hand, it has a really nice bloom. The vacuum fluorescent display looks really cool. We're doing the best we can, but obviously this could have been... Oh, we got him. Wait, did that count as me or him? I think that counts as the 3rd, right? This might be round 2? Or maybe that's the game over. Yeah, I think that was our last life, so that was the game over. So this was the first screen, but if you managed to get past the light cycles, then you'd have a second round of play with disc, and then a 3rd round of play where you're destroying the master control program. So imagine that, a handheld that allows you to do so much. It's very reminiscent of whenever we were in the arcade and seeing the evolution of games on one screen start scrolling, and then games start to go from one screen to another screen, kind of like Donkey Kong does. So really, really cool. Of all the games you could be playing in the palm of your hand, while you can argue, it's frustrating, too difficult, and what have you, I still got to give a shout out to all the handhelds out there. This one is one of the best ones. I would still pick the Game & Watch over this one, which we gave Donkey Kong 5 stars of all the ones you could be playing. I still say Tron is an excellent title. 4 stars for all the handhelds so far. Oh, yeah. Oh, 5 stars for the handheld? Nice. Yeah, you gotta admit the colors are really, really cool. Yeah, we'll go 4.5 stars then. Still one of the best handhelds you could have right now. Yeah, 4.5 from Curtis as well. Yeah, we'll say 4.5 for Tron. As far as handhelds go, that one's top. All right, let's see what our next game is. We're traveling ever forward through time. Here on the Atari home computer is TurboFlex. Let's check out TurboFlex, starting with the box. Wow, this one is superb, ultra fast, and totally original ball game. Uses unique features in the full. Load with basic. Oh, this is by Jeff Minter. Way to go, Jeff. And you see the front is really not doing anything favors, but this game or style of game we've seen before. If you were a fan of it, you'd already recognize with the slanting objects. Let's see if we have any other artwork for TurboFlex. No, that's it. That's all we got. Time to play some TurboFlex. Published by Lamasoft at sometime in August 1982. Yeah, I understand. It does sound like it's the Bally. After Bally Astrocade failed, then they ended up making the TurboFlex. Okay, so we got Jeff Minter credited at the top. Nice touch. If we push the select button on our Atari home computer, it switches with kind of game we want to play. And then when we're ready, we hit return to go. Let's do this. It works. We're in. Okay, so this game is like one we've seen from the past. So what I'm going to do is show you how this works. They even give us some help. On N and M, I can decide when I want to switch it. I want to go now. And you see it's going to bounce back and forth. We're trying to get the ball to bounce to the target, which is the X. And nailed it. And it moves to a different spot. This one is the best version of this game. This was originally called Deflection in 1977. And then since then we played Slash Ball in 1981. And then Super Deflex in May of 1982. So this would be the best version of this style of game or genre of game, if you want to call it that. They're even giving you a little key down at the bottom to deflect the ball. I don't know what's happening. Oh, the gun's shooting. Oh, that's so cool. So that when the timer goes out, they destroy one of our lives. I always mess up the slash, though, deciding which is the right way to do the slash. Because it ends up switching to the other direction as soon as you use it. So you have to think more opposite. Still wasn't fast enough. Come on, get down there. There we go. So in a way, it's like a pseudo-puzzle game. I missed that one. Let's see if we can do it again. Right. Oh, this might work. Will that time it? No, it won't. And you end up filling up the screen like that, trying to get your ball to deflect or reflect to another one. Yep, we're going to... It's filling up too much. But I mean, look at the effects in this one. It's the same premise we've seen several times before, but this was pretty cool how they did this. Oh, not Jeff Minter's best work. This is his earliest work. I think we got another game over, and then the gun shows up and blows us off alive. Nice. Yeah, you can tell it's kind of an acquired taste. Wasn't super popular. I would consider some of the best puzzle games we've seen if Snark Attack, if you want to play that on the Atari, that's the one to go for. It is much more fun. But still alright. If you consider the games we've seen thus far, that is the best version of any deflection game. So of all the games you could be playing on a home computer, I'd still say around the average range. 3 stars for TurboFlex. It's a cool, unique idea. The execution's a little slower, but it's like a pseudo-mind game, I guess. Yeah, the one we saw on Coco was called Slash Ball. So this was the same kind of idea. No, yeah, Jeff Minter hasn't hit his stride yet, that's for sure. We have much more to come. All right, so after TurboFlex, what are we doing now? Time to go home after this commercial break.
Who's that talking, Wizard of Odyssey?
Who's talking?
Odyssey 2's new voice module warning me of the dreaded caterpillar in Casey's crazy chase. Run, hurry! I'm hurrying. Got you, caterpillar.
What did he say?
The voice, a new voice.
Incredible.
Only from Odyssey 2, where the keyboard is the key to greater challenge.
Yes.
Buy Odyssey, get $82
That's
worth
right.
of free games.
Here you go. So we first heard talking in the arcade, and then talking on home computers, and then talking on your Intellivision, and now, finally, on the Magnavox Odyssey 2, we have Type Intel, or the voice module that allows you to talk on your Magnavox Odyssey 2. Type Intel is more of a tech demo, not really a video game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Oh man, it is part of the Voice series. On Intellivision, it was the IntelliVoice, and this is just called The Voice. It talks and plays great games. So the module to use Type Intel is kind of it's what came with The Voice. And then we're going to have other games on the Magnavox Odyssey 2 that allow those games to have a voice. You can see Sid the Spellbinder and Nimble Numbers Ned. We're going to see those pretty soon. But first is Type Intel. I don't think we have any other artwork for it except the ad you would have seen. Yeah, and then the cartridge, of course. I love the handle on top of the Odyssey 2 and Philips Video Pack. And you type and it talks. Oh yeah, we're going to see those later for sure. So here's the manual for Type Intel. Official rules. So bear in mind, most console games, they release applications meant to be games. Like they want everything to be a game because it's on a home console. But this is obviously an application. And even though it says it's rules, there's really no rules to begin. You insert this cartridge, and now you're just going to be typing on the keyboard, the terrible membrane keyboard, one of the worst keyboards known to man, which is on the Odyssey 2 and Philips Video Pack. So you type it in, and when you push enter, it talks to you. So it's just explaining how to type things on the screen, and then it'll say them back to you, which was a cool idea, but there's really no video game to that. It's just typing. There's not even like a typing tutor. It's not showing you how to type. It's just putting things on the screen and then saying what happens. And they even give you some games to play, but you got to use more imagination. It kind of makes me throw back to the original Magnavox Odyssey, where most of the game was happening off the screen. That's kind of what they're doing here. So you can play Garble. Take turns using the sounds of individual letters and numbers to make words and sentences. Be sure to follow each entry by a space or dash. Whoa, so much fun. Seems more educational too. You can play sound waves. Hold down any key and it'll automatically fill the matrix with one letter or number. Whoa. See? No, this isn't fun. These are the games that they want to... And then Superstar is another one. Or War of Words. One person types the first word in a sentence to the computer. Player 2 types the second word. Wow. So much fun. Not one of the best for the Odyssey 2. Here we go. We're going to pop in and play Type Intel at sometime in August 1982 by North American Philips Consumer Electronics Corporation. Here we go. Let's see what it sounds like. If I do... Oh, okay. That's all right. It's not super clear, but it's pretty good. All right, what about... Oh, nice. See, the computer loves us. And there you go. That's all I'm really going to show for the Magnavox Odyssey 2's Type Intel. Of all the games you could be playing, this really isn't a game. So I'm going to go half star. This will be used in other Magnavox Odyssey 2 games, and we'll be starting to do the competition of which home console is talking. So now we just need our Atari VCS to talk, and then we're all set. All right, with that, let's see our next game. Time to go to Japan and play on the Sharp MZ series of computers. This is UFO. Like all the other games we've seen on the Sharp MZ series, these are extremely obscure and hard to find. All I found was the cassette that you would pop in to play this in BASIC, and then an example of the screenshot, and that is it. So here we go. Let's play some UFO. This is by Solo Software. It's sometime in August 1982. There's another game on the Sharp MZ called UFO, but it is not the same company. This is the one by Solo Software. Play our cassette tape and fast forward like no tomorrow. Here we go. Do we want instructions? Yes, yes, we do. What is this? Earth has been invaded by aliens, and your task is to prevent them from falling through the atmosphere. So, every other space shooter we've ever played? You're provided with a laser which is controlled by the left and right arrow keys and fired by the space bar. All right. It's left, right, and fire. 10 points are scored for each alien destroyed. However, as the aliens fall, they collect in lines. And when 6 aliens are in a line, one falls to Earth. We've heard of this one before. When 6 aliens fall to the Earth, the game is over. Let's do this. Yeah, there we go. So I'm at the bottom of the screen. Left, right, and fire. This is a big throwback. I don't know if you remember from the arcades, we first played a game called Kamikaze, and then later it was known as Astro Invader. And the way this game works is it fills the columns up, and you want to just shoot the aliens before they come down. So it's came out around the same time as Space Invaders when we first saw this. It was, good gosh, that was so... That was fast. You can't have certain ones drop. It originally came out in 1979, so 1 year after Space Invaders. In the arcades, this would have been considered so cool. So you want to be able to... You gotta be really fast. But the arcade version, when they dropped down, they would cause little micro explosions. And you had to just clear away. But if the UFO climbed out, the UFO came down, then the entire bottom of the screen filled up. Yeah, this one doesn't do the shockwave. Oh, we got another column over there. It is really bizarre checking out the earliest versions of Japanese home computers. Oh, we got another one down. And it looks like they're just pulling from... In the arcade version, the enemies would... You could see at the top of the screen when they were going to be done. But it looks like we have a just infinite number of aliens coming down. That's a good point, Hunter. It's a coin sorting simulator. It played and acted a lot better in the arcades than this version of it. But we have seen this on the Arcadia 2001 home console. So this is the first time we've ever seen this kind of game done on a home computer. And it was in Japan first because it was very popular as Kamikaze in the arcade. But yeah, you can tell it's just pretty much just like Space Invaders. I love it. All right, so of all the games you could be playing on a home computer, whether it's in North America, Europe, or Japan, I still give UFO, it's around average. I even say 2.5 stars, maybe subpar, because of the gameplay. It's not something that you would want to continue to play over and over again. We've played Space Invaders, better versions of Space Invaders that I still rated about 2.5 stars. So I even say maybe even a 2-star rating. Like, just between 2 and 2.5, if I could. I see Hunter throwing out 3, Errol's doing 2.5. Yes, lots of game over happening. It's not the first time. Yeah, there's not a lot of big variety in gameplay, but it is cool seeing something that we don't see as much, this kind of game. I'll also say 2.5 stars on the home computer. If you want to play a better one, check out the Arcadia 2001 version, or the home console one, or just play the arcade one if you can. Yeah. Oh yeah, 2.5. That's it. All right. So let's see what our next game is. Time to go back to the Commodore 64 and play Vampire Castle. Vampire Castle is another Commodore 64 game we don't have the official artwork for. This is a reconstructed or made-up box of Vampire Castle, and then another made-up one. Nice with the blood splatter. I love it. That's a great touch. With an example of the screenshot, let's pop in Vampire Castle by Mike Bassman, published by Aardvark 80 at some time in August 1982. So we already saw this on the TRS-80 and Ohio Scientific in 1980. We actually didn't see the Ohio Scientific, but we did see it on the Coco in 1981, and here it is on the Commodore 64. I'm in the entrance hall. I see a timepiece and a sign. Obvious exits are probably not really that obvious. All right, let's go ahead and read the sign. It's Spooky Games in 1982. The vampire wakes at midnight. Okay, that's what the sign says. Let's go ahead and go east. What? So if you type in E, it does not understand what you're talking about. If you type in EST, because I want to go east, what? It still doesn't understand your and this is every version of Vampire Castle so far. You have to say, go east. I am in library. I see scroll, bookcase. Obvious exits are east and west. So this is playing, even though it's on the Commodore 64, the new computer in town is playing exactly like all those other versions. The exact same text parser. All right, so again, go east. We'll just avoid the library. We're now in the armory, and we see an axe. Take axe. So right off the bat, the text parser is what's driving this way lower, considering the other texted or adventure games you could be playing right now. Yes, thanks so much, Hunter. I appreciate it. All right, so we got our axe. Let's go ahead and go west. We are back in the library, and let's take scroll. And can we read scroll? Not all exits are obvious. Ooh, it's a clue. Better write that down on my notepad. If I was really in 1982, you'd be drawing maps and you'd be writing notes, that's for sure. No, yes. For some reason, this one's doing blue on blue. Very poor choice. I actually prefer the green hue of the cocoa instead of this one. That's for sure. Yes, colorblind. I'm so sorry. Yeah, whoever designed the original game, this is what it looked like. It's insane, right? All right. So after that, let's go ahead and push the bookcase. Ooh, aha! If we have an exit now, we can go down. So go ahead and go down. I'm in a hidden crypt, and I see rope. Hopefully it's not a rope to hang ourselves for deciding to play this text adventure game. So after we do that, let's go ahead and get the rope. Oh, we might do it. I am in the hidden crypt. We picked up the rope. All right, now let's go ahead and go north. Oh, can't go north. What exits do we have? North. Oh, that's right. We have to say go north. I'm so used to doing just that. Oh, wait, go north doesn't work either. So can we go south? Can't. Oh, man. See, how brutal is this? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop it there. It's already making some of the viewers' eyes hurt. It's making my eyes hurt. And as far as text adventure games go, there is better affair out there than Vampire Castle. So I'm going to rate this kind of the same we did with the Coco from 1981. It's pretty similar with the same idea. Yes, there probably is not a cure. I'm so sorry about that one. Very similar to whenever we play games that have lots of flashing. So anyone sensitive to flashing lights, I understand how back then the programmers weren't thinking of the color blindness or flashing lights. All right, so also say it's a bad title. Vampire Castle is a 2-star game, very similar to the Coco. Yikes. Yeah, default text screen, scary. All right, with that, let's see what our next game is. Time to go to the United Kingdom and play on the Commodore VIC-20. This is Vic-Min. Let's take a look at the box for Vic-Min. Wow. It is a robot Pac-Man eating a ghost for the unexpanded VIC-20. This is another one by Bug Byte Software. Flip it over and we can tell it is a cassette case by Bug Byte. Nice touch. And do we have any other artwork for Vic-Min? No, just an example of the screenshot now that everyone knows what it is. Let's pop in Vic-Min and play. At sometime in August 1982. I couldn't find who developed this one, so if anyone knows, drop me a line and let me know. They're playing a ditty in the background. I don't know that one off the top of my head. It is sound, though, coming from the VIC-20. So while the chords are terrible, the actual sound is pretty cool on the Commodore VIC-20. All right, let's do this. F7 to go. F7 to go. It took a while for it to read it. All right, we are in. We are playing as Vic-Min. Not Vic-Man, Vic-Min. Obviously, this is a Pac-Man clone. We have played countless and countless Pac-Man style games on the VIC-20 alone. We've played 10 different games that are Pac-Man riffs. And the best one so far, in my opinion, was Jelly Monsters from 1981. If you want to see a good Pac-Man game up to this point, Jelly Monsters is the way to go. But we've also seen a few fairly average ones. Cannibal, Snack Man, and Trash Man, which all are Pac-Man style games. This one, though, is not in the range of those other games. Those would be the better titles. This one is very low. I would consider this, to tell you the truth, it is being programmed with the joystick, but the control feels stiff. Like I move, but then I stop for a sec. And did that pellet just regurgitate back up? Did Vic-Min just throw up a pellet and put it back where it was? I don't believe it. Oh, that's cheap. I pick up the power pellet, but one's coming out at the same time. Yikes, yeah, this one's rough. This looks really similar to another game we played on the Commodore VIC-20 called Puck-Man, based on, the Japanese version of Pac-Man. But this is pretty much the same quality of Puck-Man on the Commodore VIC-20. Yes, pretty bad. Curtis is going 2 stars. It's the playability. Oh, makes me want to go to the arcades right now and play Pac-Man. Because when you go around the corners, I love how smooth it feels to play Pac-Man around the corners. This one is scary. And then the music in the background, if you want to call it music, I would call it ways to get your wife to divorce you music. That was Vicman. That's how I describe it. Of all the games you could be playing on a home computer, I want to rate it exactly as we were rating our other game, Puck-Man. I'm going to go down there even lower and say 2 stars. It's the music controls all together in one package. It's a bad game. Yes. Yes, it does sound like a music box is broken. Curtis is going even lower, 1.5. Yes, right? The longer you play, the worse it gets. We played a game, Puck-Man I don't think had any music, so maybe Puck-Man was the better way to play Pac-Man than this one, but it's too glitchy to move around. No, there's not. There's not a way to do music optional unless, well, see, if you had RF, you could turn the volume down on your television, but if you didn't, then you're out of luck. You'd be listening to that music, and that was all there is to it. Scary. All right, time to put our video game playing on pause. Tune in next episode where we get a brand new arcade game by Exidy that combines Asteroids and Defender. That's it for today, and like I always say, I'll be where all the video games started, in the arcade. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are perpetually retro, and we will catch you next time.